All my life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind. It was a yearning, a thirst for discovery that could be neither numbed nor sated.
Hi everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Modded Darkest Dungeon. Remember, this is a mod. You can see Red Hook's descriptions of stance on mods down below in the description, which basically boils down to they don't mind if you mod the game, just don't monetize it, and let people know that it's a mod. This way, if anyone watches the video or sees screenshots or what have you, they understand this is not what the normal game is like. Although, it's similar to what the normal game is like, but it's not 100% the same. And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to some more of this. So we have Noel Stenstrom is joining us as our Plague Doctor, and Trios, I finally have named a mercenary Valand for you, and we did it early, so you'll see yourself in hopefully a few combats. A heads up, by the way, if you want to be part of this group, just let me know. I'll make a note on my phone so I have the list, so I can get everyone's names properly and so on. Which reminds me, Leandro Teixeira? Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You want to be Houndsmaster, and you shall be a Houndsmaster. So I shall keep my eye open for 2 Houndsmasters coming on the carriage, and make sure I have room for them. Now, you also, hopefully, all of you realize that the way I play the game means I have a large roster. So, I would love to send out you guys over and over again, but I really want to get negative quirks gone and stress down, and I also want to level the places about evenly, and I don't want to send out people for level 3 missions who don't have level 3 gear and equipment. So, we'll be trying to do all these things. What this means is that I'll hire you, you'll probably be part of the group, but then you might not see too much action until the later parts of the game. Just as a heads up. Okay, so with that said, let's go look and see who's here at the carriage, and as usual, there's a link in the upper left-hand corner. You can click on that link to skip to the provision step, and by the way, all those links will fade away after the 1 minute 30 seconds, just about, from when they pop up. I don't like leaving my annotations up all the time. I find that way too annoying for me. Alright, so let's look at the carriage, see who's here, and then we'll see where we're going. Although, honestly, I need crests, so we're probably going back to the Cove again. Let's see. Oh, okay, we have another Abomination, another Leper, and 2 Hellions. Well, I need a Hellion in this group, so let's see what the Hellions are like. Well, this one's not too bad. Warrior of Light's decent. And Curious is not the... 20% chance to expect any Curio can be pretty bad. She's curious. I'll want that purged. But it's not a terrible quirk. And Mantle, what do you have? Oh! You have On Guard. +4 speed, +5 dodge, Lurker, Enlightened, Ruminator. Oh, I might have to change Ruminator to make that worse. Maybe I'll make that minus 10% stress heals received and minus 10% heals received. Yeah, I think I'm going to change that. Alright, so anyway, this looks pretty good, I think, for a Hellion. Yeah, I like her better than the other one, though. You know what? Let's take both of them.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Let's go over their differences really quick. So, Wicked Hack. I believe I gave it a 10% damage mod to make it considered usable compared to If It Bleeds. If It Bleeds, as you can see, is usable from the first through 3rd position, whereas Wicked Hack is not. It has a higher accuracy compared to this one. This has no crit mod and bleeds for 2 points every 3 rounds. Okay, so this has a decent chance to crit and does slightly more damage, but she has to be on the front 2 ranks compared to If It Bleeds. And I think I was the one who gave it the damage mod to encourage you to use it, to make it a little different than this. Otherwise, I found myself always preferring If It Bleeds. Although, Wicked Hack can be used to strike the person on the front rank, and If It Bleeds cannot. Iron Swan remains the same. I've always liked Iron Swan. Barbaric Yelp, Breakthrough, and Bleed Out. These abilities have different exhaustion debuffs. Normally, they are all minus 20% damage, minus 15 dodge. I've changed them to be different. She always suffers a damage penalty. However, Barbaric Yelp gives her a speed penalty. Breakthrough gives her a crit penalty, and Bleed Out gives a dodge, which is nowhere near as bad as it was at negative 15. I was never using Bleed Out. Minus 15% to dodge is way too low on a character that relies on her dodge in order to hit things. I would never use Bleed Out. I'd always prefer to use, well, honestly, If It Bleeds. Although this is a good ability with 50% damage and 5% to crit. That's why I agree that it should have a debuff. I just didn't think 15 dodge was worth it, ever worth using. And Adrenaline Rush remains unchanged. Okay, and that's it for the Hellion. Now, don't think I'm going to take any of my level 0s. They're all just going to sit here. And instead, we're going to take a group of my level 1s back out to the Cove. So let's do it. And Valen, I'd like to bring you, but you have some stress. Well, that's enough stress I should consider putting you in a place, but you'll just sit out. So, I want more crests. That means we're going to the Cove, and we have a melee Highwayman's sheath here. And this is also a long mission. Okay, that means I'll have to explain... Crap. I will need to explain the camping skills. We'll do that when we actually camp, I think. Also, let's get some of these attached. Okay. Chrysandra, I really want you to have slow draw gone. I don't want that to lock. Unfortunately, I need you as a tank, so you're coming along. Alright, so we're going to the Cove, and we're going to try to explore 90% of all the rooms. We have enough, we have enough cash that if we don't quite do it, we can at least recover, and I don't have to discard any of you. That's another thing, by the way. Once you're named, I will do my utmost best to keep you alive, and I will not throw you away. I will throw away level 0s. If I have all named people and are forced to throw people away, I will have to record me using a random number generator to do that. So here we go. So Cassandra, you're leading us. Robber Baron, you're going to be in the second position where you can use all your abilities. I've also given you the Stalwart Buckle. This has always been the same, so I guess I never really saw one of these before. Looking at it now, it's not so bad. The 3%, minus 3% virtue chance, that's not so terrible. And the 5% stress damage, that's also not so bad. In truth, I prefer this to be 2% crit minus 5% virtue chance and drop the stress penalty. I might change that a little later. Miss Strenstrom is coming along. She has Incision, so we're using her at this rank. Although, to be fair, I probably should use Plague Grenade if we're going to this location. Yeah, why don't we do this? Oh, not you, Valen. No, no, no. I want a healer, and we're going to take... Rene's with me, and she is a back rank Vestal. She also has Eldritch Slayer, which will be really nice, I think, for here. And she locked Clumsy. Oh, that sucks. That's probably why I gave her the Stun Stone. And 5% more prot. Okay. Alright, well, this is our group. Let's provision with our first long mission. Oh, what did it say here? Explore the map. Plunge into forgotten grottos and access the cancerous extent of the fish folk's domain. Well, it's a camping mission, so I always bring 20 food with me. It's the Cove, so I'm going to bring 4 shovels. I don't need anti-venom. I will want a few bandages. Oh, do I want bandages? We have a plague doctor with me. No, I won't need bandages. Our plague doctor will be able to cure all the bleeds we get in combat. That'll be her priority to do. We will bring 6 medicinal herbs to counter the trap debuffs, and also for use with all the dead fish corpses and the coral we might find. A single... No, 2 keys. You know what? We'll take 1 less medicinal herb. I will not bring any holy water. We actually have some with us anyway. Do I want more than 8 torches? No, I think this is fine. Okay, so this is quite a bit of supplies. We've used 4,000 gold for this group. Alright, guys. Let's go. This gives me an excuse to talk about how camping skills have been altered when we actually camp. Hopefully I've fixed a few of the glitches I added by accident. Good news about playing an estate off-screen is that I get a chance to see my changes, and when I have horrible problems, I get to fix them.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
That's a long, winding path. Looks like we're exploring the beach. Alright, well, let's back up. I want to check this way. We'll camp when we reach this room in order to recover my light. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll have to do some more of the rooms in darkness. But hopefully we'll find some torches on the way. Good dodge, Robber Baron. Thank you. Oh, I should have held on to that for the return trip. We're not using light until that one room. Oh, perfect! Awesome! Alright, everyone. See the symbol? Our first one of these together. This is a secret room. It's the reason I brought 2 keys. Normally I would bring 1 key to this location on a long mission. However, there have been locked coffers inside these rooms. So what we do is we walk up to this area here. And then we press up as if there's a door. Okay. Robber Baron, why don't you give this an open? Holy money. And just like that, this is profitable. I could leave, get the stress, and still cure this group. Wonderful. Who did that? Who has the ability to scout the Cove? Whichever one of you did that, thank you. That was amazing. And you know what, Cassandra? Since you have fast healer, I will probably be looking to give you battle heal. I'll probably be dropping your zealous accusation as a heads up. I want to take advantage of that quirk. Oh, we get another torch. Let's use it. I will still camp in the same room, however.
Another mariner? Another misfortune.
Okay, we'll probably do this room, and then I might have to camp a little early if I want to actually hold on to all the loot I picked up already. Okay, I really don't like the grouper, and he's gonna go next. I have to get very lucky to kill it with a crit, though. So instead, we'll use the grape shot blast to weaken everyone. Wow. Trying to kill Robber Baron immediately. That worked out a lot better for my enemies than for me that round. Let's protect him. And we'll shift you back a spot. Wow! Oh, this is a nightmare for me. Holy crap. And now he's no longer protected. I don't know what to do. I need to kill one of these guys, so let's start attacking then. Oh, wow, this is horrible. We might lose you, Robber Baron, right here. I probably should be attacking them rather than doing what I'm doing. Now he'll attack the back rank. She is terrible. Wow. We've lost Crusader Cassandra. She can't do anything. I was hoping for more than 1 damage there. I think I have to flee. I think I have to flee this fight. No, I don't.
A death by inches.
Wow, that witch is a real pain. Rubber Baron, you're almost dead, and there's nothing I can do.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Let's try desperately to protect you. The AI prefers to slaughter people now, rather than keeping them alive. That's bringing the damage around. And she'll die next round. Let's get him back up. He's almost at half his life now. Darn it. Spread the bleeds around then. Looks like we're healing another round. Six rounds against these guys. Wow, this is really terrible.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
I need a round to heal as much as I can, and he'll die anyway when he activates. Let's get the bleeds gone. I have a frog in my throat, so I'm gonna mute myself.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
An awesome trinket, and we end up leaving not in that bad shape, but wow, that was terrible. Oh, that cultist witch, that was horrible. Good thing we got the free anti-venom. Now I wanted to camp up ahead, and we will camp up ahead in that next room. Although our light is low now. We could really afford to heal now, but then I'll have to do more rooms than I like in the dark. Let's heal now. Forget it. We're gonna camp here.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Okay, everyone. Now, there's gonna be another link to skip my explanations, because I'm gonna go over the camping skills for these characters now, and the difference between the prior versions of the game and this version of the game. So let's begin by looking at the Crusader here. So first off, Red Hook has changed in Courage to actually heal 15 stress. I have lowered it back down to 10. I felt 10 was a good amount to heal, and you don't gain that much stress. That 15 for 2-time units I felt was good. It's more than fair with what Red Hook's done. Red Hook has a lot of stress from several creatures that I don't have, so it's fine. But I have brought it back down to 10. I think the wound care remains the same. Mine might heal a little more. I can't remember. Pep Talk. And this gives me an excuse to talk about the difference here. Pep Talk was changed to be minus 15% stress damage instead of 25. I have accepted this lower amount of stress resistance for 2 points, though I've been tempted to put it back to 25. In either case, however, your buffs now last for a certain number of combats, rather than until you camp again or until the end of the quest. There are some buffs that don't follow this rule. Any buffs that you find while adventuring, for example, like armor or the Cthulhu statue in this place, those will last until you camp. However, all other buffs in the normal game now last for 4 combats after 4 combats, the combat buffs are gone. I actually like that change because I felt that a lot of the combat buffs were very, very strong. And I like seeing that they're no longer as strong because they fade over time. So I do like that. I have changed the buffs slightly in that all buffs that did not add to your combat potential, but rather dealt with stress, both positively and negatively, last for 6 combats. All combat buffs last for 4. A combat buff is something I consider to be like accuracy or damage increase or protection or dodge. Anything that reduces the stress you take or increases the stress you take is, I upped it to 6 combats. Now, I can obviously, you can do that. You can't make them last an indefinite amount of time, I think. I might be able to, but I haven't tried it. But I could always make these last like 80 combats, in which case they're effectively infinite. But again, I do like the change that Red Hook has done, so I've done the same thing. But I've just extended some of these buffs. Now, I've changed these around a little bit. Unshakable Leader, so I don't remember what Unshakable Leader does in the base game any longer, but I have put it back to its original 4-time unit cost minus 20% damage to all companions. And Crusader does not have that one. Stand Tall. I think this was lowered to be minus 20% stress damage for the Crusader, and I think it might have done something else as well. I put it back to its original, minus 35% stress damage for 6 combats at 2-time units. There's also Zealous Speech, which is this incarnation. In the base game, this reduces stress by 10 and heals your companions by, I think it's 10% as well, or 15%. Mine gives everyone a minus 10% stress damage buff and reduces their stress by 10. Now, do we need this? Not particularly. That's 4-time unit cost. Zealous Vigil. I like the change Red Hook did to it. So, mine heals less stress. I think Red Hook's reduces their stress by 20? 15 if he's afflicted. It gives him 10 accuracy for 4 combats, and it also now prevents a nighttime ambush with a 100% chance of reducing the ambush completely. I like that. I do like that change a lot. So I have left Zealous Vigil alone other than to reduce the amount of stress reduction it does down to 10. Okay, so we'll leave him alone at the moment. Let's go to Highwayman next. Now, everyone, these 3 are the same for all the characters, so I won't be covering them again. Gallows Humor. Gallows Humor in the base game is unchanged. It's a chance that the heroes will recover stress, or a chance they'll take stress, for, I think it was 4 time units? I don't understand why you would have a high time unit cost ability and then give it a penalty like that when I didn't think it was really worth the penalty. So in this case, he receives a minus 25% stress resistance buff, and everyone else has a 50% chance to reduce their stress by 10 or by 5. Unfortunately, Barbarian, you don't have this, or I'd use it. 1 second. Oop, darn it, I didn't mute myself. That didn't work. Alright, sorry about that. I had to cough. Unparalleled Finesse. This is new. This used to be... was this Bandit Sense? This was a tracking skill. Red Hook removed it and gave him this. I actually like this a lot, so I left it to him. This now grants him a dodge and speed buff. It also increases his damage for melee skills and his accuracy for melee skills as well for 6 rounds. I like this a lot. I'm tempted to make it 3-time unit cost instead of 10, since it reminds me of similar to Clean Guns, but I'm not sure. Oh, actually, they upped Clean Guns cost. Alright, never mind. We'll leave it at 4. Clean Guns, as you can see, remains unchanged, but they upped its time unit cost to 4. It used to be 3. I might reduce these to 3. We'll see. And Bandit Sense. Now, what's interesting is this. It says prevents nighttime ambush, but I was looking at the files, and that's not what it does. Bandit Sense reduces your chance of a nighttime ambush by 20% or 25%, but it doesn't give you a 100% chance to prevent it. So keep that in mind. I've also increased the chance that it reduces your party surprise rate to 6. Oh, that's interesting. I made this 6 combats. You know, I'm fine with that being the case. And it's 4-time unit cost. Maybe I'll reduce these to 3. I think 4 is a little too expensive for these. our Plague Doctor here. So, we have Self-Medicate, which I've altered to give one companion... I gotta change the name of it. That should be Preventive Medicine. But what this... Or Vaccinate. Yeah, I gotta change it to Vaccinate. My bad. It gives a 40% resistance to blights, bleeds, and diseases for 8 combat rounds. I felt an injection should last a long time. Normally Self-Medicate in the base game. This heals her stress. It cures her wounds. It gives her a stress reduction. And it cures her of a disease. Now it does this instead and targets a companion. The Cure targets a companion and removes a disease. Leeches targets a companion, heals 15% and removes a blight and disease from them. Oh, and Red Hook changed these, by the way, to give them a 100% chance of removing diseases. Originally, my Leeches had, I think, a 33% chance. I changed mine to have a 65% chance and lowered the cost. Then Red Hook lowered the cost and gave it a 100% chance to remove the disease. So, I wanted to do that originally, but I thought that might be a little too strong. I'm glad to see Red Hook changed Leeches to be what I felt it should be, so that's awesome. Experimental Vapors. I don't know what the game's Experimental Vapors do. I can't remember. But mine, as you can see, gives you a 5% crit buff, 10 dodge, 50% damage buff, and then increases your stress by 20. Really? Okay. For 4 time units? I either need to remove the stress, or I need to reduce the time unit cost of this ability to 2. I think is what I want to do. You'll have to let me know what you think I should do. Noelle doesn't have this ability, so it's not too much of a concern, but I definitely... This high time unit cost with that penalty, that's bad. So it should be one or the other. It should be time unit cost 2, stress 20, or time unit cost 4 without a stress penalty is what I'm thinking. Or I up the amount of combats this does to like 8 instead of 4, and then leave that alone. Our Vessel over here, Bless, remains unchanged. I think it was up to 3 time unit cost in the base game. I've lowered it back to 2. Oh, Chant and Pray. I don't remember what these do in the base game. They do different things than what... Oh, than what mine does. Chant is... I need to lower Chant's time unit cost back down to 1. I think this did something similar to what you see here, only affected all your companions. I want this to affect 1 companion only, but I'm going to lower the time unit cost to 1 instead of having it be 3. And as you can see, if that person's religious, they get a stress reduction buff, and they also cure 12 stress. If they're not religious, they cure 7 stress. And Pray gives her a 5% crit bonus. All the other companions are healed 10 stress if they're religious. If they're not religious, they reduce their stress by 5. Excuse me. And if they're religious, they also gain 10% prop buff. 1 second. Okay, hopefully I was muted for that. The normal Prey in the game is, I think, 4 time unit costs. And if they're religious, they reduce their stress by 10 and gain 10% prot. Or 15. And if they're not religious, they heal their stress by 5 and they gain a 5% prot buff. I kind of feel that only the religious members of the group would benefit from praying. It's not the unreligious groups. So, there you have it. And Sanctuary. Sanctuary, I lowered the time unit cost to 3 instead of it being 5 and only had Prevent Nighttime Ambush. Red Hook also lowered it to 3 and it reduces the Nighttime Ambush, I think. It also cures people and heals their stress if they have the Death's Door debuffs on them. However, I have removed the Death's Door debuffs from the game. I felt that you're on Death's Door. You're already suffering debuffs for being there. There's no reason to penalize you for the random number generator rolling really bad for your rolls, as it were. This also now heals everyone 5 stress. Okay, so that's the camping skills. Now let's use them. So I think we're going to use Sanctuary. Oh, or not. Did I not use it? Okay, I can't click on it. Let's see. Am I bugged? Oh, no. I had to click on it down here. Oh, man. All right, let's do Sanctuary. It's enough stress to lower his stress down, get her stress down a little bit, and cure her stress completely. It also prevents the Nighttime Ambush. I really don't want to have one of them. Now, we're not diseased, we're not bleeded, so that's fine. Yeah, I really think these are too expensive. These should be time unit cost 3. Let's use Stand Tall. We'll use Encourage. And then we'll use one of these. I think we'll use Clean Guns. Yeah, I think 4 time unit cost for 4 combats is bad. If I'm going to leave it at 4, I need to up the combats to 6, I think. You'll let me know what you think as well. I would really like your opinion. Alright, let's go.
The light, the promise of safety.
So we need food. We have a lot of dungeon to cover. And we could easily have 4 more food checks. We also need torches. We have quite a bit of distance to cover. Oh, wow. The collector. Oh, no. Oh, really? I have... Okay. Let's start. Have I altered him at all? I don't think I've altered him. I don't think he's altered whatsoever from the base game. Now, I know I gave you Clean Guns bonus, but I really want a bleed effect on him. I'm gonna try to stun him. He's not immune to stun. Oh! However, Red Hook has changed him. He's human in Eldritch. He should probably be undead in Eldritch. I think I'll change that. Yeah, I'm gonna change that, definitely. Alright, so anyway. The Collector is now limited on the number of spawns he can spawn. I don't know quite how it works, but he can no longer keep summoning all those heads of his an infinite amount of times. We'll keep stacking debuffs on him. Oh, that's a shame. There's no way I'll get to do that again. I don't like all of us going before him. You know what? You've got... What's your stun chance? 120? A 30% chance to stun him? No, let's just smack him. That's a lot of damage. He's taking 8 damage when he goes. Now he'll die when he goes. Oh, no he won't. She's gonna heal him. Now he'll do a lifesteal. May have lost her. She's taking 4 damage when she activates. Holy crap. He's gonna take 6 damage when he goes. No, I need to heal. Oh, come on. You're kidding me. Good for him. Go next. Oh, he didn't heal himself. Oh, you're... Wow. Yeah, we may have lost her. If they go next... Oh, no. She's taking 6 damage when she goes. Ah. She's got to cure those bleeds. She's dead when she activates next time. I need to keep her up. A single hit will down her. And we missed. My melee's missed on their turn.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh, you're kidding me. Not enough damage to kill them. And he won't die.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
Still may have lost her. In which case we have to flee. If that bleed sticks, yep, we've lost her.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Well, we probably failed this mission. Let's think here. I need to eat 4 food to keep her up. That was horrible. What a miserable round that was when we missed and they kept focusing on these 2 fragile people. And we have a fight right here. And now we desperately need food. There's no way we're only getting through this with three of these battles. Like you need to heal yourself to keep yourself from dying from that. Oh, the bleed faded. That was a waste. I should have used anything else. Let's get her back up off of low hit points. Stop all that high damage from hitting us for a round.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay, we can heal through that. Keep him stunned so I can maybe catch up with the damage we're taking. Good. He'll die when he goes.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Let's kill him.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay, who's got a locked positive quirk? Thin-blooded. We could get rid of that on you. But I have a hunch you're going to die. I'm so sorry, Noel. I have a hunch you're dead. We're going to use it on Renez here. She has 3, and I don't like these 3. So she's going to try to get rid of one of these. Unquiet Mind. Okay, so now she can visit the meditation again, and she no longer suffers additional 10% stress damage. I was wondering if this shrine was inside the cove. I don't remember seeing one here before. I was going to add it if it wasn't already here. There you have it. Oh, Carbon Unit 6. You had asked what's possible by modding the game files. So, you can alter character stats as much as you want. Nothing prohibits a modder from, say, giving all their characters hundreds of life, giving them all hundreds of damage that affects everyone in the on the enemy rosters, on the enemy positions, and giving them an incredible amount of speed. You could do that with all your characters. You could make your dots do thousands of points of damage if you wanted to. The game won't prevent you from doing that. It's very easy and tempting, I suppose. Oh, our first food check. No, don't touch that, Rubber Baron. That's bad. That's bad. Okay, that one wasn't bad. Right. What was I talking about? We're going this way, guys. We're going this way. Wow, we've already had one of our food checks. We have way too much dungeon not to have another 2 of them. We don't have any anti-venom, or we could use this to heal. Yes, it's very easy to overpower things in the game. You gotta be very careful with your changes if you don't want that to happen. But yeah, you could hack the game to do that. For example, I suggested that because people are upset about the won't return to the Darkest Dungeon debuff, you could hack your game to make it such that all your heroes are level 6 the moment you reach the Darkest Dungeon. You could just reduce the amount of experience it requires to be level 6 to 1 experience or 0 experience. Now everyone you hire is level 6, and then you can just spend money to upgrade all of their equipment. Heck, you could lower the cost of all the money in town to be 0 or 1 gold, and then upgrade everyone's gear if you really wanted to. Nothing stops you from doing that if you so wish. This is the last combat that I think you're... No, it's not. Okay, you have another round. I really want the Grouper Dead and the Acolyte. Let's focus on all of them. Just barely not enough. So why don't we... I want to do... Okay. Oh, it's still good.
The ground quakes.
My front line will be okay. We really need a movement trinket, Cassandra. This increases damage and speed. Oof.
Masterfully executed.
Ooh. We get a free round. I'm gonna take it. We'll get the stalling penalty complaint here, but I don't care. I should have attacked him with... Oh, I like it, the stall complaint. Alright, that's good. And he's stunned, so I'm just gonna wait one more round to try to get a heal, some more heals off.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I have removed the stalling penalties so I can test the game and see if the way I play would activate them. My original experience with the stall penalty was very poor, where I was totally trying to kill a creature and it kept dodging, I kept missing, or I didn't do enough damage, and then I got the stall penalty, and the following round I got reinforcements. I like the idea that they've tried to change it, but I don't like how they've changed it. So I have just removed it from the game at the moment. Of course, you could do that just by going into the gameplay now and clicking it off. But I like to leave it in, and so I want it enabled so I can see if my characters would have gotten it, because they won't even react if you have it disabled completely. In this way, if I notice by the time I'm done with level 3 dungeons that my characters have not reacted at all to the stall penalty, or have done so in situations when I knew I should get it, then I will just re-enable the stall penalty because I feel it is fine. But right now, I'm not sure. That's why we're here, for the crests. Oh, forgot to use the torch. Okay. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. We cannot heal through this. We need to kill them as fast as we can. down to where there's at least only 2 of these guys. Nice. I need to kill him, and then we need to move on. Oh, that didn't work. Should have stunned him. Oh. I'm gonna heal now the rest of this round. I'm not gonna attack him again. No, I'm sorry. We need to delay. Now delay one more round. So right here, I would normally expect to get the stall penalty. Okay, that's fair. And in fact, I would have taken the stall penalty if it was in the game. Because I need to heal a little more. Freaking damage. I should have killed him right there. We'll kill him when we get to go. Right here at this point. Oh, well, this is a shame. I'm going before I really wanted to.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
We're beat up, and we still have way too many rooms left. No, I just got rid of a shovel. Food, thank goodness. Oh, I want those. We could drop the other key. But if I find a secret room, we can't unlock it. So I've only ever found one secret room in these locations, never a second. Will there be a second secret room? I don't think so. And if there is, then I'll have learned. Which of these do I take? We'll take the onyx for now. Oh, thank goodness. Bunch of nothing up ahead. You know, we have not fought a great many, or any in fact, of the shaman fishes in this location. And the witches haven't been using very many of their stressful incantations. So we're doing pretty well stress-wise because of that, but we are really badly hurt. So I'm glad to see a few hallways of nothing. I brought all these medicinal herbs. We're not finding anything that uses them in here. Thank goodness for all these gems. Those 3 gems are what's going to make this worth it. Okay, we can get starvation checks any moment now. Give me a fish. This is not a fish. Oh, we're gonna take a starve check, I think, in the next hallway. Oh, we're done. We're done. I cannot risk the starvation check. That's a shame. We went quite a distance without any medicinal herb being used whatsoever. But we're leaving here with lots of cash and with a victory. Thank goodness.
Despite its morbid aspect, this twisted, cavernous maze seems almost traversable.
Wow, 20,000 gold. That's amazing. And deadly. Awesome. And we're not getting too many negative quirks any longer at the end of these missions.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Curtsy's engaged in pleasures of the flesh and recovered 81 stress. Grouchette is moving more sluggishly after a long night of drinking. She also recovered 56 stress. Mandeville, engaged in flagellation, recovered 81. Celis prayed and recovered 55. Maninot underwent effective quirk treatment and removed Mercurio. And last week, I improved the stagecoach up to 40%, increasing the size of the hero's barracks, and I upped the tavern to 16%, improving the brothel to level 1. And we're close to getting level 2s, so I gotta get ready for that. We have a ton of money, 25,000 gold. And I guess we're good to go. Alright everyone, so thank you for watching. I'll do a bunch of stuff off screen, and when we return, we'll be ready for the next mission. And I'll see you guys then. Take care, and thanks for watching.